Okay. Hey there, guys. Welcome back to Carltim Pal-lisades. I'm Devin. Where have I been? I don't know. I'm probably over there. Maybe over there. Maybe right behind you. Always in your heart, though. Anyways, guys, here's Tim. Him and me.
See you, Devin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is embarrassing moments that we endured or encountered in school, grade school.
Yeah.
Which, for me, I'm going to have to think further back and kind of stretch those neurons. But I got a kindergarten thing, which I will recount. I remember first going to kindergarten, and that was I think it was a tearful moment. I did not want to go to school. That separation from what is known and then to the unknown. But this was early in it, and then I think I was playing with the girls, and they were running into the bathroom, and I think there was like this cloakroom, then the bathrooms, and I ended up running into their bathroom, and
like playing tag and stuff.
Playing
and
tag and
safe zone.
And then I got slammed, well, not physically, but more emotionally, and reprimanded by the kindergarten teacher, who was this old battle axe. She was like a couple of years to retirement, and
she was just done with it, done with dealing with kindergartners for the last 40 years.
Wasn't empathetic to my sensitive feelings, and just reprimanded me for that, and needed to teach boundaries and behavior, and so and I was out, so that was embarrassing for me at that time, and uncomfortable, but everybody has uncomfortable. What is your?
I don't know if this is so much as embarrassing as just like being publicly shamed for something that I still kind of feel like I was wrongful. It was wrongful. So this is back when I used to live in Kansas. We lived just outside of Topeka, a fairly rural-ish area. And so I watched a lot of movies that were not appropriate for my age. Like, for example, my first memory ever, 2 years old, watching Jurassic Park. Still love it to this day. Anyways, so
2 years old?
Yeah.
That was your first memory?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that movie kick-started my brain. It just like, okay, look at that velociraptor. You're conscious now. Like, what? Oh yeah, so
Mom, I can get a bond with a velociraptor.
That's a T-Rex. Cool, I can think now.
Must have scared the crap out of you.
I do remember at the very end when the T-Rex is eating the raptors, is yelling at the screen like, "Why is the T-Rex eating his babies?" And everybody hated my parents. It was pretty great. Yes, Anyway, so other movies like that. At age 8, I also loved the movie Halloween, Scream, all those horror movies. So, trying to be funny, trying to quote some movies, said a bad word to a friend of mine who did not take it well.
What was the quote?
I don't know. It's been literally 21 years. Like, somebody could have been born and they could be at a bar right now in between the time. But it was like, I just know I said like the F word. The F word, as some would say. And yeah. The
Fornication for you, then need to look that up.
Yes. Nasty stuff. Never do it. Anyway, so then the principal happened to hear me, and she was none too pleased. She was none too pleased. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, "What did you say?" I'm like, "This." And she's like, "No, don't. What? Why?" And then she said, like, "You're going to get up and you're going to go to this desk that's just outside of the lunchroom, and we're going to talk about this. And you don't get to eat the rest of your lunch." I'm like, "But I want to." And she's like, "No, go." I'm like, "Okay." And she's like, "Why did you say that?" I'm like, I don't know. That was fun. And she's like, "No."
That would be kind of embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. And then that's like, everybody, like, all my classmates walked out like, look at him. And like, that was embarrassing / public shaming. I'm like, okay.
This, I think, next one was just, I think it might have first or second grade play, and I had to wear tights, and to me that just didn't seem right, and I had kind of an issue with that. But other than that, it was just discomfort. But I went through it, did my part. I was like some sort of forest elf or fairy, and that was about it. That's my parents did have some Super 8 film of that, but
We should splice that into this video.
Yeah.
We need to convert Super 8 film to digital.
Well, it is in digital.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, it is in digital, actually. Yeah, they took a lot of that stuff when my sister and brother-in-law went through a lot of that. Over 60,000 photos and Super 8 movies. But and then the other one was in the same school. It was a parochial school, and at home I was experimenting with the hair trimmers, and I got a fairly large swath out of my head, and that was back when I really cared about hair. So
Yeah.
it was pretty embarrassed, and didn't want to go to school and suffer the teasing that I'd endure from the kids, and then tried to get a pass from the school to wear a ball cap, because a parochial school was not allowed to wear a cap inside. So I remember in class the principal coming by and then just kind of lifting the cap off just to make sure there was something there. She was not a very nice. She was not a very good nun in my mind. Well, maybe she was a good nun. She hated children.
I've actually heard that before.
The impression that I get from her.
I've only heard that before. My mom, she went to parochial schools, Catholic schools, her entire childhood, along with a lot of my aunts and uncles. Nuns weren't always the best back in the 50s and 60s or 70s or 80s, or I guess I don't know them now.
Yeah. So yeah, that was embarrassing, but yeah. So
yeah,
but we I don't know, as far as embarrassing, and there were many multitudes more, because grade school and then middle school and then high school are just uncomfortable times for
everybody.
Development. Yeah.
Like, everybody kind of thinks that everybody kind of has those 20 things they kind of think back to, like, I hate this about myself, and it just keeps them awake at night. But then almost nobody remembers.
Exactly.
Like this one time, like this is the first time I ever had a locker. I'm like 11. I've got these stupid tiny hands that don't work right, and like I'm trying to work this locker. It just can't open it. Like I'm just freaking out because my homework that's due was like an essay or something, and like I had to, and like it had to be turned in the next class. It was like worth a good part of the grade, and I'm just trying to open this locker. It's not opening, and then I just kind of go, like, so my homeroom teacher, who I know somewhat okay, like, and she's just teaching a class, and I'm like, oh, I need to talk to an adult. So I run in, I'm like, just tap her on the shoulder as she's like, geography. This is Asia. And then, and I'm like, can you help me with my locker? She's like, I'm just doing a thing. And I'm like, no, this is really important. She's like, can it wait? I don't know. I got to go to this place, and this guy's gonna be mad at me. And like everybody's looking at me like,
what are you
like,
doing?
Are this real? What's this guy doing?
That's awesome.
Oh, you know, right? Like I still think to that, like 3 a.m, like, oh my god.
Why?
Like
brain shut down, and I'm gonna do this.
Like it was straight lizard brain, just straight like bam, worry mode.
That's funny.
Funny. I got the locker open though. That's what counts.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we also had requests from our Dutch viewers if we would speak and accommodate Dutch viewers with the Landers. We hadden een verzoek om meer Nederlands gesproken, dus ik zal proberen daar rekening mee te houden. Vergeef me alsjeblieft mijn slechte uiterwaring van uw taal. Het is niet mijn primair. Bedankt voor het kijken. And that's probably just slaughtering the pronunciation, but that's basically what I said in English.
If you can write what he said in the comments below.
Yeah. So, and that, and for our Spanish speakers, tuvimos una solicitud para hablar más español, así que haré todo lo posible para acomodar eso. Perdón mi pobre pronunciación de su idioma, no es mi principal. Gracias por ver. So, and then we have our German viewers. And I'm going to really slaughter this. Wir hatten eine Anfrage nach mehr Deutsch. Also werde ich versuchen, dem Rechnung zu tragen. Bitte versöhnen Sie meine schlechte Ausführung Ihrer Sprache. Es ist nicht meine Premier. Danke für Zuschauen.
It sounds like English, but backwards and more angry.
Yeah.
Angry piglet.
It's an angry piglet.
But yeah. So in the future, we may incorporate badly spoken foreign languages, and please forgive us for that because we're not making fun of you. We're trying to make fun of us. But
Before we go, let's see the hair growth.
Yes, it's definitely coming back. Look at it. I don't look like a giant baby anymore. Kind of. I don't look like Bobby Hill.
Bobby Hill. But I like Bobby Hill.
Bobby Hill. That boy ain't right.
No, he ain't right. You got a big heart, though. So thank you for checking out ZX Media Group, formerly Carltim Pal-lisades. Well, ZX Media Group's always been behind it, but Carltim Pal-lisades.
Yes.
We're transitioning, we're morphing, we're trying to figure out what this all is, and having fun. We have Devin, and sometimes we have
Jasmine.
We try to get Matt in here. Hello, Matt. Hopefully things are going well for
Matthew.
you. Yeah. He's our frame maker and picture placer, and appreciate all his efforts. And we have others, guests, who periodically show up, and hopefully we'll have some drops. And please comment, and thank you for viewing. And check us out on YouTube, Facebook. Are we on Spotify? No, not on Spotify, but we're...
I hope to sing all over the earth, share the songs that make me whole. When I'm free, I wait to gather my pieces till I'm free. And I hope that I'll discover the real me. Yes, I hope that I'll discover the real me. That I'll discover that when I'm free, I'll wait to gather my pieces till I'm free and I'm at peace. And then maybe I'll discover the real me. Yes, maybe I'll discover the real me. Yes, maybe I'll discover the real me. I keep hearing it all the time, but I told myself that I never love again, and I'm feeling it one more time.